John pulls out a notebook. Connect it with an old ally and friend had given him earlier in the past. He had just remembered. John Scott had just remembered that this book was in there. It opened up certain page, read S, in which said Deaf Design Dialect. He skims through the page, turns the page again to the third page, in which he notices the SOCO transaction. And John turns the light on just to make sure it was there. And says aloud, SOCO! The boys and girls from the bathroom run next to John Scott, looking into the light. John Scott says, "The Kodak. It's a gang Kodak for just design. SOCO is the final revelation stage and the evolution of that design. Also known as the Segarrian out-chain order. Called off all the original rules of that design. Anybody that survived 4 more ally transactions can be targeted, including survivors from over 15 years ago, causing death to falter, going from front to back, middle to front, back to forward, and while targeting other survivors of the current disaster, of other disasters beforehand." Stephen Chestnut takes the book from John Scott and flips the page. And notice the list of 7 other interactive survivors from the listing. Sebastian Tellman was number 1 on the list for survivors, who is also underlined in orange as Tiger, and 6 others whom they didn't notice. However, Stephen Chestnut looked at the listing thoroughly and noticed the 7th and final in line, also known as a relative of Stephen Trowler's, named Daxton Shepard.